Have you ever felt the air leave the room the moment you began to justify your actions? That subtle shift in atmosphere is the sound of your power evaporating. When you explain yourself, you are not clarifying the truth. You are asking for permission to exist. This is the first law of the shadow mental. The sovereign never pleads. Society has conditioned you to believe that communication is the key to connection. They lied. In the realm of power dynamics, over-communication is a hemorrhage of status. Consider the architecture of a trial. The accused speaks. The judge listens. The moment you offer an unsolicited explanation, you have voluntarily stepped into the dock of the accused. You have elevated the other person to the role of judge. Machiavelli understood that authority is not claimed by words, but by the weight of silence. By the end of this dissection, you will learn how to reclaim the gavel. Machiavelli, the architect of modern statecraft, knew that the most dangerous man in the room is the one whose motives cannot be read. When you explain yourself, you illuminate your own vulnerabilities. You provide your enemies, and even your friends, with a map of your insecurities. Explanation is the shedding of armor. It signals that you are uncomfortable with your own decision. If you are uncomfortable with it, why should anyone else respect it? The Machiavellian prince operates from the void. He acts. The action is the statement. There is no footnote. There is no apology. There is only the reality he has created. This creates a vacuum of information. Human nature abhors a vacuum. When you do not explain, others will rush to fill the silence with their own interpretations. They will project strength onto you where there may be none. They will invent reasons for your behavior that are far more intimidating than the truth. Silence is the canvas upon which your enemies paint their own fears. Let us strip away the facade and look at the primal wound. Why do you feel the burning need to be understood? It is not politeness. It is fear. The compulsion to explain is a relic of childhood. It is the child looking up at the parent, begging not to be punished, begging to be seen as good. When you carry this dynamic into adulthood, you become a servant to everyone you meet. Every explanation is a brick in the wall of your own prison. You are saying, please validate my reality, because I do not trust it myself. This is the servant mindset. The sovereign mindset knows that reality is defined by the will, not by the consensus. To break this chain, you must become comfortable with being misunderstood. In fact, you must relish it. Law 4 of the 48 Laws of Power. Always say less than necessary. Words are a currency. The more you print, the less they are worth. When you explain, you dilute your essence. You give others hooks to catch you on. Every detail you add to an explanation is a surface area for attack. If you are late and you say nothing, you are simply late. If you explain about the traffic, the alarm, the weather, you are now incompetent. You have shifted the focus from your presence to your failure. The sovereign operates with surgical economy. He delivers the news. He delivers the decision. He does not deliver the backstory. This economy creates gravity. People lean in when the powerful speak, because they know the words are scarce. There is a strategic utility to the unknown. In warfare, you never show the enemy your supply lines. In social dynamics, your reasons are your supply lines. When you explain why you are doing something, you allow others to debate the validity of your reasons. You turn a decision into a negotiation. But when you state the action without the reason, you present a monolith. Smooth, impenetrable, without handles. Tactical ambiguity forces the other party to do the mental work. They must assume your logic is sound. They must assume your conviction is absolute. This is how you generate charisma. Charisma is not loud energy. It is the friction between presence and mystery. Be the riddle they cannot solve. We must address the cousin of the explanation, the apology. I am not speaking of genuine remorse for harming another. I am speaking of the reflex apology. The sorry you mutter when someone bumps into you. The sorry you attach to an email when asking for what is owed to you. This is poison, Stop apologizing for taking up space. Stop apologizing for having boundaries. Stop apologizing for your time. Replace "I'm sorry I'm late" with "thank you for waiting." See the shift? One is submission, the other is gratitude from a position of power. The sovereign does not ask for forgiveness for existing. He asserts his reality and allows others to adjust. How do you integrate this into your architecture? You must practice the pause of the void. When asked a question, do not answer immediately. Let the silence stretch until it becomes uncomfortable. In that silence, you are gathering your power. Then, deliver the minimum viable answer. Feel the urge to explain bubbling up in your throat, and swallow it. Let it burn. That burn is the forging of your new character. You are killing the servant to birth the king. Walk into the world today and offer no excuses. Your life is not a debate. It is a decree. Welcome to the silence.